What's up, YouTube? Back in here with another video. Live trading. See, it's Wednesday, April 16th, or no, April 15th, I'm sorry. Yesterday, we up 508. I didn't get to record a video yesterday just because my OBS crashed and it didn't save. So we did win. We closed at a 101, but the full TP hit. I can show y'all. We made 508, but we could have made like probably a little over 800, a little under. We had a full TP hit, but we closed down here at a 101 because I was very tired. The day before I stayed up like 24 hours in a row. I was tired. I just didn't feel it. If I waited 15, trade full TP got hit in like 15 minutes after I closed out. Sucks, but the dripping is still a dub, small dub, but win nonetheless. So that's always good to end the day off like that. So today is now Wednesday. Not expecting much on a Wednesday. Yesterday we really had two good setups yesterday. The second one wasn't the best, but the first setup was played out. This hole would have played out for about like a 1 to 6, but I didn't take that just because I wasn't able to capitalize on that trade because I was tired and I missed my entry, bro. I was tired at 8:30. I'm talking about we got our entry and I was tired and I didn't press buy, so I didn't get to enter that trade. I didn't get to win, but we won nonetheless. At the end of the day, we still got another setup. Wasn't the best, but it still played out. So now we're on to Wednesday, April 15th. So we're gonna see what price decides to throw at us today. I have no idea, but no expectations. I just expect for the market to do something, whether it's moving sideways or going up or down. I don't know. I'm just expecting for it to do something, and I'm gonna, react. I'm gonna have a bias, but our bias, don't have a bias just yet. See, let me mark up my charts in.
What's up?
All right, let's mark it open, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna tap into this 5-minute demand zone. Let's see how first. I'm not getting in the trade until this trade closes up. That means it's 9:30 kind of closes, so we got 5 minutes until we can catch a potential trade. But we'll see. I like the rejection we get off this candle. I don't want this candle to be huge, so oh yeah, we could definitely still get some movement. Yeah, we could definitely. Oh yeah, this candle can move a lot. So I'm just chilling. Okay, y'all. Prices. I'm liking what price is doing. I'm liking this. 6 seconds. Damn, I don't like that this candle is closing. I don't like that the candle closed bearish, but hey, we don't get an entry signal, we're gonna take the trade. But I do like the rejection we got off the zone, so we will see what we do. All right, damn, not the best entry. Let me make sure both of my accounts got filled. Yeah, okay. Boom. We are in longs. We got confirmation, so we took the trade, but that doesn't mean it plays out. Got stopped out, y'all. Damn, that was a huge rejection, but let's see. That was the first L. I would invalidate these two zones, so I would take shorts if we close below the SMA. Let's see, that would really suck if price reverses and goes in that direction. That'll be ass as fuck, but I want to see price come down here and they didn't even reject this zone, so we'll see. It just took out line this high. I expect it to push it to this zone and reject and close lower, so that'd be nice if we do get that move. And I'll take sales leading into this 1 hour demand zone. Like, look at this, y'all. Like, if we get an entry signal, I don't know. I would wait for this candle to close and invalidate this zone, this 5 minute supply zone, and then we'll look for longs again. We'll see. Cause that's crazy, bro. That's wild. We got stopped up just for pricing on that direction. What are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, stop was just a little. I need confirmation though, y'all. I need confirmation. I don't mind missing out on the trade. I don't. Lucky. All right, let's see. I got 10 minutes until this Zoom close, and if it does keep pushing up, it looks like, depending on how this next gonna play out, it'll have some movement for us to catch another 5-minute demand zone. It sucks though, because I mean that just means our trade was right direction, just bad timing. But I don't want price to close like this. I wanted to invalidate this supply zone if we're gonna take longs at this 15-minute zone, bro. Getting in buys, y'all. It's the last trade of the day. Just see how this shit. See how this shit play out, man. Oh shit! Let's break even, y'all. Risk free trade on this this second trade. Now let's get it full TP, y'all. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it, bro. 10 points. He lost because of fucking 10 fucking points on NQ. Shit came and stopped us and reversed us and got us up out of there. But let's see if we can make that shit back within this trade. Let's see. Then I'm gonna give y'all a full trade breakdown on why we took these trades and go over, have a trade recap. So. See y'all. A couple more points. Alright. That's a TP. TP, y'all. 478 on the day. That's what we do, y'all. Not bad, not bad, not bad. We could have been up like 8 something on the day if we didn't take that first loss, but we made the loss back. So I'm not mad at it. We definitely made the loss back. Plus a little extra. So I'm gonna give y'all a little trade breakdown on the trades that we took and why we took them today. So coming into a market open, if you look right at 9, right at 8:30, we tapped into this 5-minute demand zone. It was a nice zone, nice trade and everything. Price tapped into this zone. We didn't have a strong opening. Like literally, the open was like what, a 40-point opening. So I just put I normally like to put my stops below the zone when we don't have a big range. But this wasn't quite a swing. So if I put my stop below this swing, it would have been a better RR. I mean a better stop, and our shit would have played out and we wouldn't have got stopped out if we had our stop below this swing, but we didn't. So that's besides the point. But the reason I took this trade because we tapped into this 5-minute demand zone. We had a zone created literally right at market, right before market opened at 8:25. We had this big engulfing candle with a small little bearish candle. We had a demand zone. So I like to I'm gonna draw my demand zone off that, or because I like the gap that's left behind, or I'm gonna need this would be considered. We have 3 strong bearish candles with gaps left behind. I mean, we have 3 strong bullish candles with gaps left behind. It's not that much volume, but if it was volume in the market, this would be another considered a demand zone. I want to see a gap in between these zones. I don't want to see wicks feel like this zone. This would be a good zone previously, but I wouldn't have marked it up, and I wouldn't have expected a reaction off of it just because price already tapped into it within this next candle. But okay, we tapped into this 5-minute demand zone that price created at 8:30. 8:30 tapped into the price. I got my confirmation. I wait for confirmation. Literally, my confirmation is just once I get a tap into the zone, some people like to get in aggressive. I don't typically like to get aggressive. I like to wait to know that price is rejecting the zone, which it did. It never closed into this zone. It never got to close into the zone until this candle that stopped us out. But once price broke this candle's high, I was like, okay, that's confirmation. That's confirmation. I need to know that price wants to push up, because it didn't take out the low, so it wants to. It was rejecting the zone. Now it broke this high, so that's the confirmation I needed. I put my stop below the zone, just because that's what I normally do. I normally put my stops below the zone, just like I did with this winning trade. But price swept, used my stop as liquidity, stopped us out. If I would have put it below the swing, we would have been safe. It would have spared us about 2 points. So that would have been great, but we didn't. We got stopped out. 10 points is what stopped us. Let's measure it out. Let's measure it out. That's what lost us this trade. Yeah, about 11.25. 11 points is what, got to stopped out. If I would have had moved my stop down 11 points, but it's already set. I already had my risk parameters set. I was cool risking. If I lost, I would have been cool with moving it down. That would have been still within my risk parameters, and we would have been good. But that trade took about 10. It took us about 10 minutes, really 5 minutes, because we got in on this candle. Let's see on the 1 minute, the actual candle we got in. Yeah, we got in on this candle. It stopped out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. It was about like a 5-minute trade, literally, which is cool. I'm not tripping. I could have re-entered, but it was just like, do I want to take this trade again? Or I really didn't want to take a trade, but it would have been still good if we would have took the trade. So we got us 100. It literally got us 100 points. That's what I was risking today. I didn't care to hold to 100 points, but let me just move. It looks like it's gonna get hit. I like to either hold for a 1 to 2 or 100 points, whichever one is closer, whichever one comes first. But so with the second trade, a 1 to 2 came first. We risked 3 contracts on the second trade. Okay, let me explain to y'all the second trade. These zones did not get used, but they were good zones to take a trade off of. Oh, this zone got tapped into, but that's not the zone we used to take that trade. Okay, so at about 8:45, I took this zone once this 15-minute candle closed. Just be real with y'all, I normally don't take trades off 15-minute demand zones, but today that's what was presented. So I drew my 15-minute demand zone. We also had a 1-hour demand zone created, but price never pulled back into that zone, which is completely fine. I didn't even expect price to keep pushing up. I really was expecting price to come back down, y'all, to be honest. And like, cause we've been so bullish the last 2 days. Like tomorrow, I'm expecting price to go down, but I'm not gonna expect to take longs. I mean shorts. If it comes down, I expect probably maybe come up down during Asian session or London session. I don't know, but I do expect price to retrace at some point, because we just been bullish the whole literally the last 3 days we've been very bullish. So, but anyways, price tapped into this 15-minute demand zone right here at 9 o'clock. We tapped into this 15-minute demand zone. So once price tapped, I waited for my confirmation, literally the same as last time. I waited for price to break the next previous candle's high. I could have took this trade, but the stop would have just been, it would have just been I just didn't want to take a trade. I rather just wait for this high to get broken. So once this high got broken, it was even more confirmation. I didn't want to be super aggressive, so I just got in right there and waited for price to do what it do. And once we got in, price retraced about twice throughout the trade, but we traced it a little bit. We didn't go too far in the drawdown. I'm like, damn, especially the way that this candle closed. It closed with this 5-minute demand zone, but it immediately rejected it. And we got to 1-on-1 within that next candlestick. Break even trade, we was at break even within literally let me see, 1 minute. It was at break even 1, 2, 3, 4. What was this candle? 9:14. So this was the last minute. We took the last minute of the candle. So within 10 minutes we was at break even, y'all. 5:10. Yeah, within 10 minutes we was at break even. And then within 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Took about 30 minutes for this trade to play out. We got out before 10 o'clock. That's always good. Always a good trading day. So that's why I took those trades. Tapped into a 15-minute demand zone. First trade tapped into a 5-minute demand zone. Rejected it. Strong rejection. Got a confirmation with a candle breaking the previous candle's high. Price dropped down. Still, it wanted to retrace some more, so it stopped us out. Took that loss. Waited for our next zone to be printed, a 15-minute demand zone. Once the 15-minute demand zone was created, waited for price to touch up on that, and waited for price to show that it's rejected it. We never got a close within the 15-minute demand zone, so that was even more confirmation. Probably once price rejected it and closed below a previous candle's high, we got in, got to a 1-on-1, broke even at a 1-on-1, and then waited for our 1 or 2 to get hit, and we made about 478 on the day. Not bad. We lost about 215 on one trade, and then lost about like two something. I don't know. It was 2 something. So, but yeah, not bad trading day. Good. We're still profitable on the week. We up 1800 on our accounts. Great. You know, I'm looking for a payout around, once we get to around 4,000. It's taking a little longer, but hey, I'm not tripping. I'm still here for the trade. We got a dub on a Wednesday. Hey, that's always great. That's always great to get a dub on a Wednesday, bro. I promise you. Because Wednesdays do not be the best trading day volatility wise. It's it'll be a lot of chopping around. We literally been all around Asian and London. We was just chopping around, but luckily we got some movement coming out of London session entering into New York, and New York took it away for us. Kind of, you know, the trend is your friend. Always remember that. Always following the trend. That's another reason why that's why we took long, because we're in an uptrend. Price was trending in an uptrend. Had a market structure shift. We was consolidated. Got price to close above this previous high. Count that as market structure shift. But then price stopped us out. I wasn't tripping. Price being above these 50 SMA and VWAP and my 200 SMA. All is confirmation, y'all. It's all confirmation. It's all telling me price is going up. If price is below it, then I would be looking for sales. We had a lot of demand zones to cut through if price wanted to go down, which thankfully it didn't. So we saved on that. Good trading day. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next video.